Hey, honey, can you get one of the kids to show me how this Twitter thing works? Honey, I need to get on Instagram. Time for more of the Rod Pedersen Show.
Welcome back to the program, everybody, on this Friday morning, Football Friday. We're through all of our guests. This is going to be a very interesting vote for the Rockstar Supply Chain's Rockstar of the Day, because the guests were all rock stars. Chad Cackert inadvertently calling out Jay and Dan from TSN. Absolutely hilarious.
Instant rock star.
I think I'd vote for Cackert, but I'm not sure. Bob Lancaster was great, and the Facebook wall's been going off. Anytime you have a Lancaster on, it's going to get, shivers going around here. And then John Frenzy's always a winner. And Chip Cox.
He was great.
Which reminds me, so Steve Desio writes in, one of our viewers says, wow, that would be cool if Tressman could be named as the head coach GM of the Schooners.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and tie this all in together in this segment. Hold on to the thought of the Tressman. The Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center poll question today. When did you become a CFL fan? The majority continues to be the 1980s. 35% of you voting for the 1980s. This is on Twitter. That's a result. Just Twitter. 28% before that, 60s and 70s. 21% the 1990s. 16% the 2000s. Facebook, it's a little different. 33% for both the 80s and the 60s and 70s. 90s, 19%, and less than that for the 2000s. You're seeing the difference of the ages of people that are on Facebook versus that are on Twitter. And Wally Buono, if you missed it, the guys were talking about how there's our interviews that are on YouTube and Facebook, the numbers are going up from way back. I don't know if it was this morning Clark was saying that or yesterday. I think it was this morning. Well, what a shock. Because people are running out of things to watch on Netflix. There's no good live stuff on, really. And they're going, oh, they had on Wally Buono? Oh, they had on Corey Sheets? Oh, they had on all these greats? So Wally, my point in this, in the interview, which was a one-on-one at the Hotel Saskatchewan, it was awesome. Wally referred to the CFL as getting stale. Now, if I said the CFL was getting stale, I would be drawn and quartered and punched in the nards, hung up by my eyelids and punched till I blinked. But Wally can say it because he's Wally. Now, I'm not comparing what I've done to what Wally's done, but we're saying the same thing. The exact same thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I think we all know how important it is for the CFL to get a team in Atlantic Canada with the Halifax Atlantic Schooners. And as I mentioned, I just heard this morning in a coffee chat on the phone that Mark Tressman had reached out to see the availability of a position with the Atlantic Schooners. I don't know that it's breaking news per se, but would it surprise you? Every guy in football that's out of work's calling the Schooners looking for a job. And you got players sitting there, you got management people, coaches, scouts, my God. Problem being, correct me if I'm wrong, Halifax doesn't seem to want it. But we've got viewers in Moncton, New Brunswick, because they write in. And they're saying, why don't you come play in Moncton? Now, you haven't been to that stadium in Moncton. And thankfully, I was for Touchdown Atlantic last year. I know it only holds 11,000. They've brought in temporary seating. And it's nice. It's new, or at least it looks new. It's clean. 11,000. And then they could bring in the temp seating for 22,000. Play in Moncton. But I also get this. I'm not from there. I've only been to the Maritimes a few times in my life. I haven't spent much time. And they're saying, oh, it won't work. People from Halifax won't come to Moncton, but Moncton people will go to Halifax. I don't get it. It must be a maritime thing. Seems kind of silly to me.
It does.
But whatever. But it's just, that's the difference in the mentality between me and several other, I guess, business people. Oh, we got to be big. We got to give off this. We got to look like this. You know what? How about putting your feet on the ground and playing football in a market in a stadium that's decent and get rolling?
Yeah. Get some players.
Sometimes less is more.
Get some players.
You got people dying for a 10th team. It qualifies as Atlantic Canada.
Yep.
Why not go play in Moncton? And I'll be honest with you, I've kind of not talked too much about this because it's like, hey, what the hell do I know? I'm just a prairie bumpkin, hayseed, stubble jumper, and that's fine. These guys are the big shot business people. Let them figure it out. And then the guy jumps ship and goes to the NHL.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. What are you supposed to do? There's enough players out there that you could make a really competitive 10th team. That's part of it when it comes to the CFL expanding. We'd love to have teams, all across the league and have a bigger league. But, do you have enough fans to fill the stadiums, and do you have enough good players to keep the quality of play up? I think there's more than enough good players. We've seen that. The guys we've had on the show, guys who are still out of work, think you could support another team. The fan base, that's the big question. Can you support it in Atlantic Canada? But bring it there and try. Get a team out, start to market it, and they will fall in love with it if you do it the right way. You just got to put in the work, get your feet on the ground, and start telling people about it. But, yeah, I just want to see it happen already.
I have no idea what the answer is. I don't know, and I've purposely been staying out of it. There are good people that are working with or for the Schooners right now, and they're just on their knees begging this to happen. And but it's just not. I don't get it. But the one thing about the Canadian football league, what hurts me, and it hurts anybody that loves the league, is it's a man's league. And when I say that, it's not. I'm not saying it's not a woman's league. I'm saying it's a man's league. It's been around 100+ years. It's, you got to respect the longevity and the people that have come through the doors and played on that field. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's a tremendous product, and I think it hurts us all that it's not being taken seriously in all regions, even of this country, let alone the continent, and that's not right. And who is standing up and fighting for it, I guess is my point. I don't see anybody doing that.
No, I don't either.
To the Prairie Mobile text line, Brady in Saskatoon writes in, "Hey, Rod, who has the best jerseys in the NFL? I got the Seahawks, not being biased, just think they're lovely jerseys." Well, that's Brady's favorite team. Here's the thing. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, as you know, have been since 1991 when I first laid eyes on Troy Aikman.
Yep.
When I left the farm. We didn't have cable out there. But I never really liked the jerseys. I got an Aikman jersey, got a Romo jersey, but I walked into the store in Cowboy Stadium, and I'm like, there's not really anything here I like.
I know.
I'm not in love with it. You don't see me wearing Cowboys gear.
Yeah.
I will put the Seahawks up there. I've got Seahawks stuff.
Yep.
I mean, it's a question for another day and another time. Might make a great bracket.
Yeah, it would. That would, for sure.
Make a great bracket. Maybe we should do that starting Monday, because it doesn't look like anything's going to change. Off the top of my head, I mean, I got gear from a lot of teams. I've always digging this Buccaneers stuff. Dusted that out when Tom signed in Tampa.
Yep. Yeah.
Who's your favorite jersey? And don't say the Falcons. That's producer Clark. He's got to think about it. He's got to think.
Yeah.
Can you put a camera on producer Clark?
Tampa.
From Nelson Hackett. There he is, producer. That's Clark thinking. You can smell the smoke from Moose Jaw.
You know what? Chargers, baby.
It took too long. He says Chargers.
Baby Blues. The Baby Blues.
The Baby Blues by the I like it. You know what? Your Titans are pretty. Now you say that.
I know, and they are.
I love the Titans.
They are really great, the Titans. But I want to come up with something that's not my team. But even like
why not? You can say your team.
But I know what you mean about Dallas, because as a Toronto fan, I don't really have any Leafs gear, because I look in there and I love that they've changed the logo back to the old Leaf. But I look, I'm like, I just don't love the gear. It's just not something that I just like the look of it. But I love the team. I hear you.
I don't see you wearing a lot of Leaf stuff, Clark.
I've never been a jersey guy.
Not a jersey guy. Yeah. You wear a Pats jersey though.
Yep.
Donald Mitchell from Ottawa. Boy, you've been hanging in a long time today, Don. Eh? Right from the start. I know it's a broken record, but our media center mocks the CFL all the time, and nobody there feels the need to stand up for it. But if the CFL fades, they'll be the first to ... They'll be the first to lament its demise. Oh, yeah. I guess that would be the question. I'm going to want send people into the weekend thinking of who's sticking up for the CFL in this country, because I don't really see too many people. I don't.
Yeah.
And it deserves better. Alan Lee, okay, we'll break and come back for overtime. Yeah, Alan the intern writes in and says, not my team, but those San Fran jerseys, black and red, are good. Colin in Ottawa says, Chargers, baby, Blues are the nicest in the NFL, and I'm a Jets fan. From the SJHL, question, who's got the best simulated unis in the hashtag SJ Canelta Sim? I'm kind of partial to the Laurent's jerseys. I like those.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
So that, and we'll talk Rockstar of the Day and more when we come back for overtime. Hang on, everybody. A big finish coming up. A real big finish. It's the Rod Pedersen Show on Facebook Live and listen live at rodpedersen.com.
Building a deeper connection with our fans by putting them in the show. It's a new era of sports talk. The Rod Pedersen Show airs from 10 to noon, Monday to Friday on Facebook Live. Join the conversation today and tune in. Online, on your phone, at home, at work. Follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And subscribe on YouTube for all the content you want to watch. Don't wait. Do it right now.